All right, so working on problem number 2, I want to draw a Newman projection of this structure. And again, we're going to assume we're looking down the bond here. So once again, I have to tell you which direction to look down the structure for you to draw a Newman. That must be supplied to you. All right, so just like the previous problem, if you looked at the first video or problem number 1, I can see that I have dashes, but I don't have wedges drawn. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. And if I have to add those bonds, then that means they must be on hydrogens because those are the structure or the substituents I don't draw when they're connected to carbon. Okay, so just like in the previous problem or the previous video, I'm going to start looking for those y's, if y up is or y down. So I can see my dash and wedge are below the compound, so this tells me my y should be down. And then what's pointing straight up is I have 2 carbons here. So I have an ethyl group, and I could write that as ET, or I could draw the ethyl group out where this is carbon 1, that's carbon 2, or I could write it in the condensed structure like so, where I have ethyl. I typically use the alkyl abbreviations, so ET. Just pay attention to what the instructions say if you're doing this on a recitation or exam. We usually do tell you what to do. All right, and then if I look at my dashes and wedges here, I see that the perspective arrow is on the left side of my compound, so that tells me that my dashes should also be left. So the amine group here is on the left side, so I'm going to write my amine here. Notice that I had the nitrogen. You probably wrote this backwards from the way I did, but it is important to write it this way because the nitrogen is what is bonded to the carbon or the front carbon. Otherwise, if you write it the other way, you are telling me that hydrogen has 2 bonds, and we know that's not correct. So yes, we are specific about how you write this in the Newman, and then that leaves hydrogen on the right side. Okay, so let's look at that back carbon where I have my y is up because I have my dash and wedge in the upward direction. And then again, because my perspective arrow is on the left side of the structure, my whatever is dashed should also be on the left side. So my alcohol goes on the left, and then I have the hydrogen on the right. And then coming straight down, I have 1 carbon, so I have a methyl group here. And this is the completed Newman for this problem.